Hey, I'm going to go ahead and be real blunt in this Motivation Monday. One day you're going to die. All right. Now, I got a quote from this book I read. I'm going to give you some quotes, give you a Bible verse. So here's the quote. So many of us live life as if death were something that happened to other people. Ooh, let's marinate on that a little bit. So many of us live life as if death were something that happens to other people. Guys, we're all going to die one day, right? We're all going to die. And that quote is just, I feel like it rings true because there's so many people out there that just play it so overly safe. And I get it because comfort, but I think you miss some of the beauties of life without taking, risks. There's two documentaries that I've watched recently. I've watched a few times that really inspire me on Netflix. Check them out. 14 Peaks. It's about these Nepalese climbers that climb Mount Everest, K2, all those mountains that are freaking like 30,000 feet in like a crazy amount of time. They smashed a record. And then the other one I watched that Alex Honnold, he just did the building in Taiwan. He climbed the building, but years before that, he free solo climbed El Capitan in Yosemite. And crazy. Would I do something like that? That nuts? Probably not. And it's funny because like the feedback that they like get from that, even so, to make it more relatable, even playing football for as long as I have, I'm 28 years old. All the time I get people, well, aren't you concerned about possible brain damage? Aren't you concerned that without, with the amount of injuries you accumulated? And to be honest, guys, not really. And I don't say that arrogantly. I just say that as football is such an important thing in my life. And I knew the risks. I accept the risks. And I would do it all over again. Even when I wake up sore and in pain and I'm like, oh man, it's probably from playing football. But guys, we're all gonna die, right? And it's crazy when people are saying that, or man, that person's crazy. Like I watched that free solo, and the one of the scenes I really liked is like when Alex is climbing the cliff, pretty much a sheer rock face with no ropes. One of the guys that was videographing was like, Alex is having the best day of his life, and it looks insane to people. Football's an insane sport too. Like people just don't understand it. But I've talked to many people who've played at higher levels than I have, and some of them, have some regrets probably, but an overwhelming majority say they would do it all over again. So guys, this is not morbid. It's just true. We're all gonna die one day. Whether you get a minute on this earth, less than that, 120 years, it's short. The Bible in the book of James says that, book of James, chapter 4, we'll start at 14. It says, yet you do not even know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Guys, our physical bodies one day are just going to cease to exist, all right? And I believe in God. I believe we have a soul and spirit. That's another story, but here, right now, this flesh, it's going to be, one day, I'm going to die. And I don't know when that day is going to be. I want to live a long time. I take care of myself, but I don't know. You don't know. We've all had deaths in our family, friends, loved ones, animals that we care about. And it's inevitable. It's just a fact of life. But there's birth and there's death. But look at that space in between. I know the space is my head right now, but birth, death, space in between. We can all do something great, guys. We all have a purpose. The Bible says that we're made in the image of God. So when I look at someone now, I do my best to just try to see their potential. So what I'm asking you today is just see somebody's potential, right? Don't see where they're at, but see what they could be and put a positive connotation behind that. Because, guys, I'm not perfect. I've made so many mistakes in my life, and I'm sure I'm going to make so many more, but that's all right. We're trying to reach a level of excellence. I'm a football coach. I'm like, guys, I've played 0 perfect football games. Your favorite NFL player has played 0 perfect football games. Tom Brady's greatest days, he still had a few incompletions, so with that in the back of our minds, Let's live this life with the awareness of our own mortality, that we're not gonna be here forever. Let's love deeply. Let's help people that are going through trauma, because we all go through stuff, guys. We all do. And one of my favorite quotes, again, I'm a quote guy, is from the movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson, and he's about to be executed in prison, and he says, "Every man dies, but not every man really lives." Now, of course, you can apply that. He says man, but man, woman, let's live a life, guys, that we just have intention, we have purpose, and let's take these risks. It's playing it safe, playing it secure. There's no such thing as safety and security. With that in our heads, that one day this physical body is going to cease to exist, guys, there's no such thing as safety. When you can leave your house, and we're coming into spring in Chicago finally pretty soon. We're still in winter, but I could leave my house, I could slip and fall, God forbid, and crack my head open. Every time I drive a car, you're driving a few tons of metal. Even if you're going 30 miles per hour, you crash, boom. Just like that. Guys, I don't control my own heartbeat. I don't control my own lungs. I don't control my brain, right? That's God's doing. It's my heart. I don't tell my heart, hey, heartbeat, heartbeat, heartbeat. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, guys. You're not. And I'm not saying to be morbid and be fearful, because there's that, well, I got to, do this. I got to do this. I got to mitigate this. I'm not saying to be that. What I'm saying is live such a life that no matter when you go out, you got something to be like, yeah, that was a good life. That was a life worth living. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, guys. It's not. You're going to experience loss. You're going to experience death. You're going to experience trauma. There's people that have experienced crazy stuff, way worse than anything I've ever gone through. And I draw inspiration from those people mightily. And with that in mind, guys, let us do our best to live a life that the day we go out, we can be proud of and have no regrets. You do not want to be on your way out thinking, man, what if I just did? Too late. It's too late then. So I don't mean to be blunt, but it's just who I am. I'm not going to walk on eggshells. And with that in the back of our minds, that one day my physical body will cease to exist. What are you doing today? What steps are you making to change your life? Because there's contributing factors and there's determining factors. Never let your contributing factors, I'm too short, I'm too this, I'm too that. Never let that be a determining factor, because there's been plenty of people that have overcome insurmountable obstacles in life and that have done something great. So guys, one day you're going to die. And today's Motivation Monday is about what are you going to do in the meantime with your life. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.